I ask that you forget all your problems and just relax while I bring you the master key to success. A key that unlocks the door to every opportunity your mind can conceive. A key that opens the gate to wealth, peace of mind, spiritual harmony, and personal achievement. This key, my friend, is already in your possession. You were born with it, but most people go through life never knowing they have it. They search outside themselves for what has always been waiting quietly within. Now, before I reveal the master key, let me remind you of a great truth. Everything man has ever created began in the form of a thought. The airplane was first a thought in the mind of the Wright brothers. The telephone was first a thought in the mind of Alexander Graham Bell. Electric light was first a thought in the mind of Thomas Edison. Every great enterprise, every cathedral, every symphony, every scientific discovery, every fortune, every home first existed as a thought in the mind of man, and so it is with your own success. Whatever you desire in life, whether it be riches, happiness, peace, or love, must first take form in your own imagination before it can ever become reality. That, my friend, is the beginning of all achievement. The master key to success is simply this: whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. You may doubt that statement. You may think it too simple, too grand, or too mysterious. But the truth of it is proven every day in the lives of those who dare to use their minds with purpose and faith. Let me illustrate. More than a century ago, a young Scottish steelworker named Andrew Carnegie discovered this great truth. He realized that success was not a matter of luck, but of law. He believed that if men could be taught to organize their thoughts and direct their minds toward a definite purpose, then success could be created with mathematical certainty. Carnegie passed this idea on to a young reporter, Napoleon Hill, and challenged him to test it. Hill spent more than 20 years interviewing the most successful men of his time: Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, Theodore Roosevelt, and hundreds of others. And from those years of study, he distilled the philosophy you are hearing now, the science of success. Let us examine the first part of the master key: whatever the mind can conceive. This means that your imagination is the workshop of your spirit. It is the birthplace of all plans, dreams, and desires. It is within your power to conceive any idea your mind can hold. There is no limitation to what you can imagine, except the one you set upon yourself. But the second part of the key is just as important: whatever the mind can believe. You may conceive a grand dream, but if you do not believe in your power to attain it, your dream will fade like smoke in the wind. Belief is the spiritual energy that gives life to thought. Belief transforms a mere wish into burning desire. Belief calls forth the unseen forces of nature and aligns them with your purpose. A thought without belief is like a seed thrown upon barren rock. It will not grow. But a thought nourished by faith becomes a mighty tree, bearing fruit in its season. Faith is not something you find by chance. Faith is something you create within yourself by repeating and affirming your purpose until it becomes part of your very being. Now, how may you apply this principle to your daily life? The first step is to define clearly your definite major purpose. Decide without hesitation what it is you desire most in life. It may be a certain position, a certain income, a home, a relationship, or a state of mind. Whatever it is, write it down. See it in your mind's eye as already accomplished. Do not say, "I wish to have." Say, "I will have," or better yet, "I have." Because the moment your mind accepts it as already true, your subconscious mind begins to act upon it. The second step is to determine what you will give in return. Nature demands an exchange. You cannot receive something for nothing. You must decide what effort, what service, what dedication you are willing to offer in exchange for that which you desire. This is the law of compensation, the law that governs all success. Now, once you have your purpose and your plan of service, you must write a clear statement, your definite chief aim. It should read something like this: I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent and continuous action toward its attainment. And I here and now promise to render such action. Then read this statement aloud, twice daily. Once upon rising, once before retiring. Read it with emotion, with belief, with absolute faith that it is already yours. Do this every day, and soon your mind will accept it as reality. When that happens, events will begin to align with your purpose in ways that may seem almost miraculous. My friend, this is not magic, it is law. It is the same law by which the planets move, by which the tides rise and fall, by which the seasons come and go. Your mind is a broadcasting station, sending out thought vibrations that attract to you other minds and circumstances in harmony with those thoughts. If your thoughts are of fear, failure, and doubt, you will attract those very things. If your thoughts are of faith, confidence, and success, you will attract those as well. You are the master of your fate because you are the master of your thoughts. Let me give you a little parable. There are two sealed envelopes placed in the hands of every human being at birth. In one is written, "The riches you may enjoy if you take possession of your mind and direct it wisely." In the other is written, "The penalties you must pay if you neglect to control your mind." The first envelope contains blessings such as sound health, peace of mind, a labor of love, freedom from fear and worry, and material prosperity. The second envelope contains the price of neglect, ill health, poverty, fear, frustration, and failure. You have but to open one envelope or the other. The choice, my friend, is always yours. As you begin to apply this principle, remember this: the world will not pay you for what you know. It will pay you for what you do with what you know. Knowledge alone is not power. It is only potential power. It becomes power only when applied through action, guided by a definite purpose, and sustained by faith. You may meet with temporary defeat. You may fail once, twice, even 100 times, but remember, temporary defeat is not failure. It is merely a signal that something in your plan is not quite right. Every adversity carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. Plant that seed, water it with persistence, and it will bear fruit in due time. Let us pause to reflect on this truth. You are where you are today because of the thoughts you have permitted to occupy your mind. Tomorrow you will be where your thoughts take you next. Therefore, control your thinking and you control your destiny. If you wish to be successful, think success. If you wish to be happy, think happiness. If you wish to be loved, think love. The law works the same for all at all times, in all places. Now, as you listen to my voice, I ask that you make a silent promise to yourself. I will never again use the words "I can't." From this day forward, I will think only of what I can and will do. For as surely as night follows day, what you think, you will become. Your mind is a rich garden, and your thoughts are the seeds. You may grow flowers or you may grow weeds. You may cultivate beauty or you may permit neglect. The soil will return whatever you plant, and it will return it in abundance. So plant wisely. Plant faith instead of fear. Plant courage instead of doubt. Plant love instead of hatred. Plant purpose instead of drifting, and soon your life will bloom with the fragrance of achievement. This, my friend, is the beginning of mastery. Mastery of self, mastery of thought, mastery of destiny. The master key to success is not hidden from you. It lies within your own mind, waiting for you to claim it. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Repeat it often until it becomes part of your very soul. Believe in yourself, believe in your purpose, believe in your Creator's plan for you. And no power on earth can keep you from success. Until we meet again in our next lesson, I leave you with this thought. Your life is a reflection of the thoughts you choose to dwell upon. Direct those thoughts toward your definite purpose. Keep faith with yourself. And remember, you hold the master key.